Well, hello boys and girls, it's good to be with you again, and hope you're doing well. Hope you're finding lots of good things to do, and we're having a good time, aren't we? Yeah, we're having fun. It's time for our story, and we're probably missing our friends, but actually the man in today's story, he didn't have many friends. Nobody liked him. Why didn't they like him? He wasn't a very nice person. But let's start at the beginning. The man that we are talking about today, he lived in a town called Jericho. And people avoided him. You see, he was a thing called a tax collector. What's a tax collector? Well, we've got tax collectors now. They go around and they collect money, which we call taxes, and they give the money to the government, and the government uses that money to buy all the things that we need, like hospitals and doctors and schools and lots of things like that. People that collect the rubbish, it's all to pay for that. Now, I know there's nothing wrong with that. We all need those things. But this man, when he collected the taxes, he used to keep some of the money for himself. He used to steal it. That's not good, is it? No. And people knew this, and they didn't like him at all. In fact, they hated him. And our story starts when this man, whose name was Zacchaeus, went out one day and he found that... What's the matter? There's a picture on the wall. I know, it's clever, isn't it? How did it get there? That's my secret. Okay, I'll tell you later. But you're impressed. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's still there. It's not going to go away. Just listen to the story, okay? Well, this man Zacchaeus, he went out and there were crowds of people out there. And Zacchaeus, he was always a little bit curious and he thought, I wonder what all this is about. Well, he started going over to where the crowds were. And everybody seemed to want to see the one who was right in the middle of the crowd. The problem is with Zacchaeus, he was short. Which one is Zacchaeus? He's the little short one right in the front. Can you see him? Yeah, okay. And he couldn't see over people's heads. Yeah, he could have said, excuse me, but you see, nobody liked him. So even if he'd said, excuse me, nobody would have let him through. But Zacchaeus really wanted to see the person who was in there. And then he caught somebody saying the name Jesus. Now, Zacchaeus had heard about Jesus. He'd heard that he was friends of everyone, even tax collectors, even people that weren't very nice. And suddenly Zacchaeus really wanted to have a friend. He really wanted to see Jesus. But how could he do it? He couldn't get over the crowd. And then he had a brilliant idea. You have brilliant ideas sometimes, do you? Yeah, well, not like this one. You see, down the road, Zacchaeus saw something that could help him. And he started running as fast as he could. Because down the road there was this great big tree. And Zacchaeus went up and up and up until he was sitting on a branch right at the top. And he thought, I can see everybody now as they come past and I can get a good look at Jesus. Yeah, it must have been pretty scary up there. You don't see grown-ups climbing trees. No, I know. But Zacchaeus was determined to see Jesus. Anyway, he sat there waiting. And then as Jesus came past, suddenly Jesus stopped. And he looked up. And he said, Zacchaeus? Yeah, he knew his name. How did he know his name? Well, you know, Jesus knows everything. He knows all about you and all about me. He knows what we think. He knows what we do. He knows when we've been bad and when we've been good. And Jesus knew all about Zacchaeus. And he said, Zacchaeus, come down. I'm coming to your house today. Well, Zacchaeus was so excited. Nobody ever came to his house. Everybody avoided him, and suddenly Zacchaeus was very happy. He came down from that tree so fast. And off they went together. And they sat down and they had something to eat and they talked. And suddenly Zacchaeus realized that all the problem wasn't with the people out there, it was himself. Because he was mean and selfish and cruel, and Zacchaeus decided that if he was going to be a friend of Jesus, he was going to change. He was going to be a better person, a kinder person. And he did. Because he turned to Jesus and he said, Lord, I'm going to give half of everything I've got to help the poor. That was a lot of money, I know. And he gave it all away. And he said, if I've taken anything from anybody wrongly, I'm going to give them back 1, 2, 3, 4 times as much. So Alfie, let's test you. If he took £1, how much is he going to give back? £4. Well done. If he took £2, how much is he going to give back? £8. You're very good today. Ask you a hard one. Okay, I'll ask you a hard one. What if he took £1.67? You won't know this one. £6.68? You're right. You're a genius. I don't know about that, but well done. Did you cheat? You're good at maths. Okay, well done. You got that right. Anyway, he did just that. Zacchaeus gave back 4 times as much. And from that day on, not only was he a friend of Jesus, but he was a friend of everyone. And he always went around helping people instead of stealing their money. Zacchaeus changed. And he was a lot happier. You see, boys and girls, Jesus wants everybody to be his friend, but he only wants us to be his friend if we're right in here. And there, that was good, wasn't it? You've really enjoyed today's story. That's great. Well, it's time for us to go. But I hope you've enjoyed it, boys and girls. And I hope that you remember that Zacchaeus, when he started being nice to people, he was a lot happier. I hope you will be as well. Have a great week. See you again next time. Bye for now.